Welcome back to NYSE TV Live, everyone. I'm Kristen Schuller here in studio at the Stock Exchange. Well, we have previewed the year ahead for various industries on our show the past few weeks, and now we want to home in on the creator economy. So to do that, I want to bring in my colleague Trinity Chavez with more. Trinity, good morning.
Good morning, Kristen. As the new year is underway, it's a natural time for companies and creators alike to put forward their annual goals and begin delivering on them. And that's true also for influencers who have built massive followings across multiple platforms. Two of the biggest creators out there is joining us today to talk about their book ahead of the year. Jason Tartick, who boasts more than 1 million followers across Instagram and TikTok, is with me in studio, and joining us remotely is Joey Contino of iHeartMedia. Joey has more than 500,000 followers on his personal TikTok alone. Good morning, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. Good morning.
It's great to have you both joining us on the show today. And you know, Jason, I do want to start with you. How do you see this approaching the new year when it comes to building your business as a creator?
So what's cool as a creator is I actually own a talent management company and I'm a creator. And last year, our talent management company increased revenues 3 times, and myself as a creator increased 2x. And so when I look at the overall creator economy, I just think there's one word, it's constant growth. But there's a ton of change that's happening. And the biggest thing, if you're a creator or any professional, what you have to do in 2025 because of the competition is you have to be willing to understand your brand in 3 words. That's a big focus for this year.
And Joey, what about you? What are your goals as a creator across all platforms this year?
Well, when it really comes to creating, I think the biggest thing a lot of people are talking about right now, obviously, is TikTok. I think our biggest goal is to try to keep that a little bit longer, but outside of that would be to grow our audiences, getting connections, and be able to really get into the viewpoint with our audience and let them know that we're with them every single step of the way, no matter what platform we're on.
And Jason, your Trading Secrets podcast is top rated on Apple. How does your podcast complement your work across platforms like Instagram and TikTok?
I gotta say, Joey, you nailed it. We all have our fingers crossed this week with the whole TikTok review. But the best part about the podcast is I get 60 minutes of content and I can cut up 10 to 20 different clips with that. The other thing is it allows me to network with some of the biggest and best creators in the world. So the podcast serves as a funnel, not only for clients to come to the talent management company, but for me to network with other creators and big personalities in the space, and then I also can get so much content that I can repurpose and also my guests can repurpose.
Joey, I do want to go back to your earlier point that TikTok is currently under review by the Supreme Court. What about TikTok's platform and what makes it unique?
What makes TikTok unique is the algorithm. You see, your algorithm really connects people on another level that other platforms don't. It doesn't matter what your niche is, whether it's sports, music, or maybe you're going through something awful and you need support. TikTok had found a way with their algorithm to connect you to like-minded people. And with TikTok going away, a lot of people are losing that connection.
And Jason, you have nearly 300,000 followers on TikTok. How have you been able to monetize that platform as a creator and influencer?
Yeah, it's interesting too with the TikTok divestiture. They want them to divest TikTok in the United States, right? But the thing that we know that ByteDance won't sell is the actual algorithm, which is what Joey just talked about. When we talk about monetization, I have a podcast, Trading Secrets, we always talk numbers. And from a TikTok perspective, I was able to do roughly around 400,000 to 500,000 of revenue from that. Now, people always talk following. That is very little to do with what actually will drive your rate. It's relevancy, it's PR power, it's your engagement. So those are things that'll drive your rate. But it is a huge revenue source, not only for my agency, for myself and other creators as well.
And Jason, across all the platforms, how much engagement comes from TikTok specifically?
I mean, just for the United States, in 2023, TikTok added about $24 billion in revenue to this country, over 200,000 jobs, and it's having a huge impact, $5 billion in taxes too. So what I'm seeing on TikTok, and the beauty of it, is that anyone can grow. Literally tomorrow, someone could have a great idea or a great piece of content, they can go viral overnight and it can change their life.
And Joey, what platforms are you using, and do you plan to use TikTok?
So when it comes to new platforms, a lot of people are kind of jumping ship from TikTok to go to YouTube because they do have monetization at another level. They have brand connections, you can of course put ads in there, and people sponsor their videos. So moving forward, that's where a lot of people are moving towards.
But how do you plan to use TikTok and utilize that platform specifically?
Well, really, I think right now, a lot of people are just kind of looking to AdSense for it being their main foot just into the door, just to get started, because a lot of people really didn't expect TikTok to get banned. So for me, it is maybe connecting with different brands and then bringing that kind of content to YouTube.
And Jason, where do you see the growth in the new year going for the broader creator economy?
I think in general, you're seeing the Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies really getting behind the creator economy. People are now understanding that individuals are a distribution channel, just like a billboard, and there are so many analytics that can justify the cost and the spend. So I think you're starting to see much more attention being paid to the creator economy, and I think you're even going to see, different classes in college and things like that being focused on this business because it's way too big to ignore right now.
Joey, do you agree with that sentiment? And how can individuals and groups creatively advance this year?
I 100% agree with that. And to me, I think when TikTokers are leaving the platform, the only real way to grow is collaboration. That's the biggest thing really on any platform. But moving forward, I think that people need to come together and realize, look, now that TikTok's gone, we need to find a way to get through this together. And going into YouTube from TikTok, that's the biggest way to do that.
And in order to evolve the creator economy, Joey, what resources are needed from platforms?
The biggest thing in my case is algorithm transparency. We need clear guidelines on what's going to boost visibility. Places like Instagram and Facebook really don't have that. In most cases, actually, they put down your content. But if you can show us how to be successful on your platform, show us. We're happy to do it. We want to be successful on your platform and push it even further.
And Jason, what resources do you need specifically from platforms to be able to expand this year?
I mean, Joey nailed it. It's literally just we're throwing, blindly at a dartboard trying to see what's going to connect with the audience and then use that as beta testing to then revise our content. If we could get more information from the platforms to better put our content forward, that would be helpful. And also insights. Every single page you look at, whether it's a person or a business, they are now a billboard. And the more insights that these platforms can give us, the better we can go to companies and negotiate to provide value to them, which overall is going to continue to increase this creator economy.
A lot of major key points right there from both of you gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today, and we hope you'll come back.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.